This is Dana from IT Path, and that's itpath.net. I know there are a lot of you out there that have been thinking about getting into IT and have been hesitant. Well, I've worked in IT for 27 years now. And listen, I didn't have any experience, I didn't have any education. I just had some ambition and I got started. I got D's in my computer science class at Liberty University. I ended up having to drop out of it as a minor and focus on my other classes because, according to the system, I didn't have what it took to become a professional in IT. Well, I'm telling you, I've worked in IT for 27 years now. I do programming, I build infrastructure, I do all sorts of great things that align the technical side of the business with the business goals and objectives. And this is the mindset you have to have in order to help a business move forward. And I'm doing it. And according to the system, the education system, I shouldn't be doing IT. Let me tell you what, if you have just a fiber in you that's saying, man, maybe I should think about IT, explore that, mature it, find out, dig in a little bit. Let me tell you what, my 16-year-old son just built yesterday, and we did a video on this. I just posted it today. We did a video yesterday of him building his second computer. And I was pretty much hands off. I talked him through some things, but he built the computer. He, from taking stuff out of the box to putting the motherboard in and everything. He did it. It was all him. And now he can take his knowledge that he applied from that, and he could probably build his next computer all by himself. And I've got no question about that. And if he came up with a problem, he probably would Google it, or he probably look on for a YouTube video of somebody else who'd done the same thing. So I'm telling you, you can do this. You don't have to have A+ certification. You don't have to have your Network Plus. You can get started now, and you can start by just investigating what that is inside you that is interested in tech. And there's people out there right now, a lot of them that don't have any certifications. They basically just got some ambition, a little bit of motivation, and they started putting themselves out there. Let me tell you about my first job I ever got. It was 1998, and there was a school that was going to be contracting for an IT person. I didn't even know what IT meant in the time. They were just trying to get a tech coordinator to come into the school to help them with their computers. And I didn't know. I mean, I knew how to build a computer. I'd done that before, but other than that, man, I really didn't have any other experience. So I walk in, the superintendent interviews me, and he says, I'm just being flat out honest with him. He says, look, we run on Windows 3.11, Windows for Workgroups, which was actually pretty obsolete at that time, but I didn't even know that. And he says, do you know how to work with that? I said, no, and I can figure it out. He says, do you know how to network? No, but I can figure it out. Do you have any experience with a frame relay? That was their circuit for their internet. It was like 56K. It's basically a glorified modem serving the entire school. And I'm like, no, but I can figure it out. And that superintendent gave me a chance. And I proved to them that I could figure it out. And that was in the day of like Yahoo. Okay. Yahoo search engine. And it wasn't very good. Most of the stuff you had online was text, and you didn't have a whole lot of pictures. You didn't have videos you could watch where people were walking through stuff. Today's totally different. You are so empowered in today's environment to be able to succeed. So I proved to him that I could do it. I searched up things on Yahoo, trying to figure things out. And, I just stumbled my way through the process, and I made a commitment, and I wanted to keep that commitment. And now 27 years later, I'm doing IT for a very fast growing luxury golf brand, Golf and Apparel. And we have very complicated systems, and I'm managing it all. And I've got a great guy who works with me, but it's just a department of 2 people for what's a very fast growing company. So if you're thinking about it, stop watching the videos. You have to just stop, think, well, I don't know about the A+ certificate. Maybe I'll go watch a video about A+, or maybe I'll go watch a video about people talking about Network Plus. You need to stop that. And here's what you need to do. You need you need to tell yourself in your brain, I can do it. Okay. That's what you got to do first. You've got to break down that wall that says you can't do it. Those little seeds are being planted in your head. You've got to destroy that. Okay. So that's the first thing you got to do, is you got to just stop with the negativity. The second thing you need to do is you need to start to be around people that are in the field. That might be replacing some people that are negative around you, and start putting yourself into places where people are positively moving forward in the tech field, and they will encourage you. They will be able to tell you, hey, you know what, maybe this is what you want to learn, or this is what you learned. You're going to be interacting with people. It's going to be a two-way conversation. It's not going to be a video where somebody's just like spitting out, well, A+ certification is this or that. And you're like, I don't know if I want to, listen, don't worry about it. Just start getting yourself around people that are interested in tech. And the third thing, and this is the thing that will accelerate, we're talking about trying to shorten your IT path. Okay. This is the thing that is going to accelerate it right here. And that is, get a mentor. Find somebody in tech that you know, that you trust, that you can start building a relationship with. Now, listen, if you're out there and you've like got a lot of experience in tech, find somebody to mentor, because there's a lot of people out there that are confused about tech and trying to get in, and they're thinking, oh, now I got to go to a 4-year college, or I got to go get an associate's degree, or I got to get this stack of certifications in order to mean anything. Well, a piece of paper is a piece of paper. And I know a lot of people that have gotten their A+ certification that have never actually built a computer. My son, 16, he's built his computer. It's running today. We built it yesterday. It took about 3 hours, and he's using it. So you got to get out there and just start taking a step, and just whatever step that is, just start leaning into it and figuring it out. If you like hardware, think about building a computer, put your hands on some hardware. If you like software, start messing around with things. Don't wait for somebody to tell you, to dictate to you what you should do for your next step. Just get started. I hope this helps. Go to itpath.net, get on the mailing list. We're building a program around the idea that we will have a community of people that will sharpen each other, that will help each other move forward. So if you're in that situation where it's like, I'd like to be around people that are interested in tech, but honestly, I really don't have a whole lot of friends that are in that realm. Let us be your friends. Let us help you. Let's walk through this path together and get you on your journey into tech. Stop waiting. No excuses. Don't procrastinate. Take your first step today. Go to itpath.net, get on our mailing list. We want to tell you more as things unfold. We're not completely deployed yet, but we do want to get you on the radar so that you can have information. You can unsubscribe anytime. So no worries. If it's not your thing, don't worry about it. But at least start getting some information and start getting around people that can help you move forward in your IT path. Thank you, guys. See ya.